Well, hey everybody, and welcome back to Kiki's Kitchen. We're continuing on with our dinner tonight, and if you will recall, when I did Vacation Bible School last week, I made what I called a Cowboy Salad, and it is a delicious salad. It will pair well with my arroz con pollo tonight, so I am getting the components for my salad ready. It's too early for me to put it together because, for instance, my little diced cherry tomatoes, they'll get too watery. I don't want it to be soggy. So I've got them prepared. I will throw them in this bowl. This bowl has garbanzo beans or chickpeas, a can of corn, and a can of black beans that have been rinsed. So they are going to sit there. I'll mix it all in that bowl and then I'll put it in a pretty bowl because, you know, I like pretty bowl. So I've got, this is cilantro, and it's chopped. I'll use that more as a garnish on the top actually. And then I've got some sweet bell peppers chopped, and I've got my lettuce sitting here draining, and the last thing I'm doing is my onion. And I haven't shown you how to do an onion in a long time, so you know, bear with me. And you know, as I say, you know, a lot of times people are like, well, why do you bother? Well, I bother because the people who don't know how to do this, which, you know what, so many of you guys are awesome cooks. I mean, you've been doing it for years and years, but the people who I'm trying to truly teach don't know these little shortcuts, and it's a time saver, and sometimes the little things like this are just a pain. So here it is. It's been peeled. I cut it root end. There was a root on this end, a root on this end, so I cut it in half this way, and now I'm taking my knife and I'm going close together and almost through, but not quite. See? So see my little slits, so you know about how, you know, I make it nice and thin because I want these small dice. And they will all be the same size. Again, I'm going about halfway through. Then I'm going to put it down on its face, and I'm going to go this way, almost to the back, but not quite. And cut several slits in it this way. Then I'm going to turn it back this way and go this way, and they will all come off perfectly diced. I'm not talking because I'm not going to cut my fingers off to talk to y'all. You have to bear with me. When you get to this back one that wants to fall apart, just put him down on his face. Just cleaned off my knife. And then just keep the nose of your knife on the board and run it through. Be careful with those other fingers. If they're a little too long, which these are, I'm going to just go back and rock it across the top so that they're small ones too. This may not be what they teach you in culinary school, and I'm certain that it isn't, but it works for me. So now I'm going to put this all in this bowl. So what I have is, I have this all prepared, and they're going to be here at about 7. So I'll throw it together at about 6. That's not a problem. I won't dress it at 6, but I'll throw it all together at 6. But I just want to have it all done. So I'm not doing anything. When my company gets here, I want to enjoy my company. So that's why I do it all ahead of time. Half an onion should be fine. These are Vidalia sweet onions, which is kind of what I use. I think the original recipe calls for purple onion. But you know what, guys? It's just a little too strong for me. If you like it, and I know my friend Dee loves purple onion, that's what you need to use. But for me, it's a little too strong. So I'll put this one over here, and I'll use this with my next dish. Okay, so all my components are done. I'll chop that later. Now we're going to make the dressing. I am, of course, doubling it because I'm making a big salad. And I want to have a little bit left over in case someone wants to add a little bit more on their salad at the dinner table. So I am going to take a cup of barbecue sauce. And you know I'm using my mama's barbecue sauce, of course, right? What else would I use? And I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of lime juice, so I've got 4. and a cup of mayonnaise. I have 2. This truly got rave reviews at Vacation Bible School, so I'm telling you, it's a great, it sounds weird, you know. It kind of has a cross between a French dressing and a Thousand Islands dressing, if you can come up with such a thing. I've got a 1/4 cup of spicy brown mustard. And last but by no means least, Worcestershire sauce, which sounds really weird, I know. So it calls for 2. So we're going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if there's any of these things that you don't like cilantro, don't put it in. You don't like peppers, don't put it in. You don't like chickpeas, don't put it in. You don't like black beans, don't put it in. But make your salad your own. But this dressing is just delicious. So let's take this out for the moment. And do a little whisk. And I'll get it blended. And the reason, again, I want to do this, because I want this to I want the flavors in this to marry. So I'm doing this early. See what it looks like? Can you see that? And let's go in for the taste test. And of course, these flavors will deepen as it refrigerates. That's just delicious. Not one thing I'm going to do to that, except for cover it with some press and seal and put it in the refrigerator until I'm ready for it. So I will try, and I tell you this all the time, I know I do, to get pictures. It's just not always possible when you're having company or enjoying your company. I'm not saying, oh, wait a minute, I got to take a picture of your plate. So just, these are my components. They'll all go into this bowl. And I'll put dressing on it, and I'll put dressing on the table. That's as simple as that salad gets. Okay? See you later. Bye.